going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Jesus from Hustling Labs, and today I got a few exciting news, and we're going to be exploring a different projects that we have coming up and things that I would like to share with you as a no-code developer that I believe will be of use to you. Um, but the very first thing and the most exciting part of this whole live stream is our introduction of the Facebook Graph API plugin for Bowl. It's one of the best things that happened in the last couple of months. And the reason why is because we have created a Facebook Graph API plugin that have most of the endpoints that I wish I had for different projects. And the reason why we created all of those endpoints is because we actually are building a SaaS on top of it using that same plugin to facilitate the connection between our SaaS application to the Facebook Graph API. And we will be talking about the SaaS application a little bit later, actually here in a few minutes. But the biggest thing is that it's created, is live. If you need to connect your Bubble application to the Facebook Graph API, that will be available on the Facebook Marketplace. Right now, it costs $50 a one-time fee, or you can do the monthly, which I believe is like $15. It's definitely a better deal to get it for $50. I will make sure I include that link in the description below. Uh, yeah, I don't think there is a way that I can add it here right now, but I will make sure I add that in the description below so you can get it. So with that out of the way, I would like to show you a little bit about what we have been working on, and perhaps it will give you some context as for what can be done using that same Facebook Graph API plugin. So I'm going to share my screen. Let's see. It's actually we're going to share the screen. Is this window right? Yep. We're actually going to show we're in the dashboard. So this SaaS application is built using the plugins that we have been releasing. So the first plugin that we released was the Threads and Graph API plugin, which facilitated the connection between Bubble and the Threads API. So with that out of the way, we jump into doing the Facebook Graph API, which we published a video here in this channel about a week ago. And now for the third plugin, we're going to be releasing the Instagram Graph API here in a couple of hopefully days. Hopefully it's by the end of the day, but we will see. If it's not today, then hopefully early next week if we don't run into any hiccups or issues with that. But we will see. We will see what happens. Let's make sure that you're able to see this. All right, cool. Oops. All right, cool. So here's the SaaS application that we're building. As you can see, there is still some work to do, but still a work in progress. And what this application will allow you to do is just like Hootsuite or Buffer or FitHive. So basically, it's a social media manager. What will make this special is the fact that we're going to have integrations with some trends APIs. So you will be able to see what is trending on social media or from different sources and be able to craft content based on what is trending at the moment. Um, the reason why I am building this as a SaaS application and not as a template as originally planned is because I wanted to give people the access to the how the how we do it, the process behind it. And while we're not going to be showing the build completely, I will be sharing some of the build. But as you can tell, there is a whole lot that is already done. Number one, I want this to serve as a use case or um, as a way for you to see that, hey, the plugins that we are releasing are actually used and we use them in our own SaaS applications. And that's number one. Number two is because everybody talk about building in public and all they share is, hey, I make this much money or I did this, I did that. But you don't really get to see exactly how they do it. I'm not trying to make money. Well, I'm not trying to become rich at least out of this project. More than that is I'm trying to share what I learned. I am not a marketer. I have been learning a little bit, so I will be learning a whole lot about marketing during this period of time. And hopefully, I will be learning with you guys that follow my work and will be able to see exactly how we're getting it done. So I will be sharing how we go about doing keyword research, how we go about writing content, building the landing page, how we go about doing different types of research for features, how we're building some features. I think the biggest things, at least for no-code developers, will be how we're going to use applications like Tinybird for certain aspects of the build, how we're going to use Cloudflare workers to take the load of Facebook and minimize the work units that are utilized, hopefully saving a lot of money in the process. We're planning on using AWS for hosting images so we can reduce, again, the cost on the bubble side. Additionally, we're going to be using an API that is called Publisher to be able to host some of the videos that we're going to be having in the platform. So we're going to be using a whole lot of third-party APIs to reduce the work units that we're getting charged from Bubble. That we're minimizing the cost, but at the same time keeping a whole lot in Bubble, at least in the meantime. Another thing that we're planning on doing is we're using V0 by Vercel for um, some of the UI, some of the design that we're going to be using later on. Also to develop some animations that we're going to be using, as well as developing certain widgets that will end up in a plugin that we're going to be using within the application. Um, we're also using Magic UI and as Eternity for getting some ideas and inspirations for certain aspects of the application. It's still not completely clear to us exactly how we're going to use them, but we're going to be diving in a little bit in this same live video here in a couple of minutes, and hopefully we can get a more clear idea. Lastly, we're going to be using build keywords to try to find some keywords that are um, fairly easy to rank because they have a low competition, and hopefully that will give us a leg up on how we can actually make sure that we can find clients that will pay for the service that we're going to provide. And lastly, hopefully 3 to 6 months from now, as the grand finale, we are going to be selling the SaaS or perhaps partnering with somebody that have followed along and that bring expertise to the table in regards to marketing or technical expertise, and hopefully we can either offload it to a partner or sell it to somebody that will take this application to the next level. But that's the big plan. Um, that will help us achieve two purposes. Number one, we have a goal of achieving 50 plugins on the Volvo Marketplace by the end of the year. So we're going to be using most of those same plugins within the application to ensure that we are, you know, we're eating the food that we're feeding you in a way, as people say. But number two, to, like I said before, give you a backstage view of exactly how we're building a SaaS. I am by no means an expert on this, so I will be reading a lot. I will be researching a lot. Hopefully, when I sit here in front of you, I can show you a fairly solid plan of what I'm doing. Some of the research will be done live, so you can see how we're doing the research. But for the most part, I'm hoping that I can bring you something solid, actionable, that you can take what you see me doing into your own SaaS application or into or your own projects. Um, you will also get some backstage view of how we're building certain features within Bubble, specifically those that might not have been covered by many channels, like connecting Tinybird or some of the use cases that you can use Tinybird for, or the Cloudflare workers. So, but if there is something that you're interested in seeing, I would love for you to leave it down in the comments below, and I will hopefully get to it and be able to provide you with something solid, actionable that you can take and use in your own SaaS application. With that being said, I would like to introduce you to some of the services that we're going to be using for this whole um, for the time that we're going to be building here in the next few months. I would say 2-3 months from now. So the first one is going to be V0 by Vercel. Let's bring this up. And V0 by Vercel is just a chat similar to what you will see on ChatGPT or Cloud. And basically, all it does is it develops UI for you and some code in the backend. So I've been playing with it this morning, and I'm not expert by any means. I'm still researching and trying to understand how to better use it. But my idea is that this UI could be improved, and I want to build something really nice that will wow people as they are. Um, okay, let's see how we can. Okay, cool. All right, I'm still trying to learn this. I'm still trying to learn on this system, so please bear with me. I apologize. So here, what I would like to do is I'm going to write a dashboard for a social media management software. So let's say a modern, sleek dashboard for a social media management software. This is going to be software hosts actually enable users to manage their Facebook accounts, Facebook, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn accounts. All right, let's see what we get. Actually, let me copy this, and let's see what we get out of this. And it's loading. So basically what is going to happen is it's going to provide me 3 different versions of the design. It's going to be images, at least for this version. There is a different version, the chat version that actually will give you some of the design as the design as well as some of the code that you will need. Still thinking. So far, it looks decent. I would say it looks pretty nice. It's still thinking and building, but the nice thing about this is that they are responsive. So as you can tell, this is the desktop dashboard. Oh, okay. So there's more down here. I would say it's incomplete. It's not exactly what I wanted. So we can modify some of the prompt that we use to get something better. But so far, I would say it's not bad. Again, it's made completely by AI using V0, which is a product from Vercel. They have a free plan, which is what I'm using right now. I'm planning on subscribing tonight to the paid plan. The paid plan is only $20 a month, so it's not going to break the bank. But I would say this looks pretty decent. It has the tablet version, which could use some improvement. But as you are taking this into Bobo, you should be able to make those improvements yourself. So, and it has the mobile version, which leaves something. It could be a little bit better, but again, not the bad. It's definitely not a bad start. So this is version 1. Here we got version 2, and I actually like this one. Okay. Oops. Okay, I messed up. All right, we're back. Again, like there's some stuff that could have been fixed. Perhaps this should have ended right here next to the sidebar so it doesn't interrupt the sidebar, but not bad. And then you have some widgets here. Actually, I really like this. Perhaps using some colors. See version 3. All right, so this kind of weird selection of colors here. Dark background with dark fonts, but overall it's not that bad. Okay. It gets on. Okay, took me back to version 1. Okay, cool. So let's change this a little bit. Select dashboard for social media management software. The software enables users to manage their Facebook, Threads, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, and LinkedIn accounts. So I want to see charts. What else can we use? So we're going to use charts, and we're going to use graphics and relevant data. Use the following colors for the design. Now, this is something new. I haven't tried this, but I got some colors here that I really like to see how they look on a UI. So we're going to give it a go. Okay. So let's paste this. Primary color is this one. Paste it. And Again, this is something that I haven't tried, so I don't know if this is actually going to work. But I figured that we might as well just try and see what happens. Here, it's not deleting version one. We still have on the first version here, just creating a new version on version two. So hopefully, this is a much better version. I can see already that it's using the color that I gave it for the background, and it's using the secondary color for the font, um, which, you know, looking between this and this, same concept, but looks much better. And actually, we're able to see here some more information. So Facebook performance and stuff like that. That's, that's actually really cool. Um, so, okay, I really like that. So let's see right here. Let's make sure we are. Okay. Let's put some. Uh, I actually, I want to make sure that I got something playing in the background. Perhaps not that loud, but a little motivation. Connor Price. I really enjoy his music. So there we go. So I just discover I can add colors. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so you actually get all the code is already generated here for you, which you can copy and paste. Um, let's go to the chat and see what we can do there. I haven't tried this one, so sure. Let's go back here. I want to copy this, and we got limited generations. So, so let's see what it does here. Let's see if there is any difference. Like, so this is creating React components actually, and as you can see, it's generating the code, and we're able to preview the code, which is doing right now. So still in the code generation, still working. Ooh, that's a lot of line of codes. Still working. Should be able to see it in a moment. All right, so oof. Okay, so not bad, not bad. Okay, so let's see what can we add here? Add a feature to consideration post all right, so what we're telling it to do is, hey, let's create a post feature, but take in consideration that the post could be created for more than one social media account, for than one social media platform. But yeah, that's what it says. I'm sorry, I get two screens. My computer is in the way. Um, so basically, what it's going to do is it's going to create a feature on the dashboard. So it's going to add a button on the dashboard to take the user to the create a post feature. So let's see how it goes. So it's going to, all right, so it's modifying the code to actually include the feature in it. And this is just crazy, blows my mind. Artificial intelligence is creating this on the background for me. Now you might be wondering, what do that has to do with me? I am a no code developer, or I'm an aspiring no code developer. The biggest thing here is, you see, I don't believe that AI will replace tools like Bubble or or um, or other no-code tools like Framer, Webflow. I don't think that's the end for no-code. I think this is more a way that we're going to be able to see changing in the future. So rather than building workflows by hand, you might be able to in the future tell Bubble, hey, I need this feature and it should have this logic. Create the database and create the workflows, and Bubble will do it for you. Hopefully, that's what we see. But not only that, ideally, you should be able to use some of these tools to offload some of the workflows from Bubble into either your own server or a third party tool that is much cheaper than Bubble. Let's be real, Bubble's price change, price increase is it's a little bit insane for some people, for especially for tools that have to process a lot of data. These creating tools in these with AI that you can self-host will allow you to offload some of the features that might be resource intensive into your own server, and where it's much cheaper to process data or save data into databases, and that will allow you to take that into your and connect it to your own Facebook account through an API. So hopefully it's a game changer for some of you and will provide a little bit better um, a little bit better experience. All right, so here's the create post. All right, we're going to retry this because I don't think it did what I was asking it to do, or it definitely didn't. All right, so it's not doing what I was asking it to do. So we're going to go back and we're going to restart the whole thing. Let's see. All right, so if this is not blowing your mind, I don't know what will, but this is definitely crazy. You know, if you think about it, like in the near future, won't have to you won't have to create stuff by hand. You won't have to write code, and hopefully, Bubble will adopt these features, and you won't have to create the design or workflow or even the database. Everything will be created for you. Hopefully, even the APIs and my plugins becomes um, thing of the past, and you're able to take an app from 0 to 100 or 75% or whatever the case is in a matter of days or weeks. It's going to be a crazy future. If you think about it, anybody will be able to code. And when I say anybody will be able to code, like, of course, like not everybody will do it. It's just like the computer made it so easy for everybody or anybody to be able to create documents or to create stuff, but not everybody use the computer. Let's be real. So I think it will be an interesting few months or few years in which we're going to see a big change in how we do things, and perhaps people will develop their own tools that they can host on their own cell phones for personal use, and the SaaS market will be much different than it is today. I don't know. All I know is that it's becoming more and more clear that we are in in a stage in which AI is allowing you to create anything from text to video to software in a matter of a few words and clicks, which is crazy. So that's V0 from Vercel. I actually, for my own case, I don't need the chat portion. I only need actually the design portion because that allows me to get some ideas for my bubble development. And the chat portion is nice. I'm not a developer. I'm not a coder, so I would not know if that what it's generating is good or not. And just being real, I'm not trying to pretend I'm a developer when I'm not. But this is great for me because it allows me to get ideas for me to use on my own bubble project. And same thing it can be for you. So here we're going to jump to Magic UI. This is an UI library for design engineers. And what I like about this is, and I haven't, I'm diving into this too much, but the idea of this is that you can use some of these animations and some of these designs for your own, um, what do you call, for your own bubble projects, which is super cool when you think about it because um, this is really hard to do in bubble, nearly impossible. You will need code, and this provides you the code that you need in order to be able to do this. Going back to V0, and just for your awareness, the pricing for this is free for up to 200 credits per month. Then you go into $20 per month for higher usage, and it gives you 5,000 credits per month. I think it's pretty reasonable for most people. And like I said, like it's not that expensive. It's about the same that you will pay for ChatGPT. For Magic UI, I opened this page, but I haven't found the pricing. Um, I don't know the pricing for this. It might be free. I don't know. Um, but basically, here is the code that you will get for the project, and all you need to do is what you will need to do is you will take the code and put it into Bubble or host it on Cloudflare and point it to Bubble, uh, which is really cool. I will actually make another video about this so you're able to see how I use it exactly. I just have some work to do to make sure that I'm understanding this correctly and not make you waste your time. So I'm just at this point, I'm just introducing you to the tools that I will be using here in the next few months. Eternity, again, it helps you with UI components. It helps you with animation and stuff like that, which is super cool. Like, look at this one, like hover over to reveal, and bam, copy to paste this as you move your cursor. reviews. Super nice. Look, look at this one. This one changes your cursor. Um, I don't know, like these are stuff that you cannot do in Bubble natively, and here we are using it um, in using third-party application to add this. This one, the pricing is a little bit higher. It's $3,499 per month for custom components. But if you just want to use the existing components that they have available, then it's completely free. So you don't have to pay anything to use their components. Um, and you can even use it for commercial projects. So if you're developing for clients, then this might be something good for you to use um, to provide a much better um, design experience for your customers. So Apple Cards. So this is fairly easy to do in mobile, actually. This one, but you know, it looks really nice. Let's see what else they got here. Car Spotlight. Okay, so it brings up Spotlight. This is actually not that easy to do, and you can just grab the code. So again, one of those things that I need to figure out exactly um, how to do it so I can show you how to do it. But interesting concept. And the next one is Tiny Tiny Bird, and what I'm planning to do is I'm planning to use this for building dashboards, for building processes that will happen in the backend, and that will allow me to save money when it comes to hosting. Still working on the API, trying to figure out exactly how to make the most of it and how to bring the data back into Bubble. But I think that there is a whole lot that I can do with this. I just need to dive in, which is probably going to happen next week or the week after. Um, but it's really powerful. It's a really powerful software. So the next one is Cloudflare, Cloudflare Workers. Um, so basically, what it does is it allows you to deploy your code from the Cloudflare servers into your application, and you can offload some of the resource resource intensive workflows from Bubble into Cloudflare Workers, and basically you're going to be saving money. Hopefully, some of those resource intensive workflows allow you to you're able to offload them into Cloudflare Workers and minimize the amount of excess workflow units that you use every month. And it's relatively cheap. Let's see, what was the price? So the first 100,000 requests each day are free, and pay plans starts at $5 for every 10 million requests. And this is insanely cheap. It's really crazy when you compare it to how much Bubble workflow units cost. So yeah, and I will be making some detailed tutorials about this as I'm learning more. Um, I'm in no way expert in any of these systems, but I will promise you that I will become proficient really quick because this is what I'm focusing on as I'm building more plugins and as I'm building um, this SaaS application live here with you. And with that being said, we're reaching the end of this live video. I would like you to tell me what do you think, what tool are you the most excited about? Which one do you think is going to, excuse me, make a bigger impact on your SaaS application? Hopefully, I can provide you with some really good actionable content, but I would like to know what do you want to know? What do you need to learn in order to make the most out of this? I will be publishing some blog posts on my website, hustlinglabs.com, and there you will be able to find some of the use cases that I find for this application. I will update this blog post relatively often as I find more use cases, but the actionable content will be here on my YouTube channel. I will also be publishing it here on Twitter. This is getting sent to Twitter as well. So if you want to get that content, please follow me, subscribe to my channel, turn on the notifications. I don't post that often, but when I post, I'm trying to post actionable content that you can actually use in your business and build it. So um, please consider doing that. Also consider liking my video. It helped me reach more people. Um, and if you like my content, that's probably the biggest thing you can do for me. Um, Liking and subscribing. With that being said, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. I will be releasing it probably on Monday, and we will be talking about how I'm using a tool that is called Build the Keywords to find low competition keywords to build your business, your content, and landing pages and rank better on Google. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.